Well, of course she wasn't there. Schizolennial back, part 2 of going to work. Because the world doesn't revolve around me, and she was inappropriate for me to have. However, there was another wildly attractive young girl there. Latina, like one of the ones that I obsessed about. Used to go to a happy hour with a good bunch of guys after I quit that job I got after college. They still all worked at that company. It had for 20 years apiece. I only worked there for 4 years in an internship. And we used to go to... I didn't go to a single happy hour with any of them before I left that company. But afterwards, even though one of them organized a happy hour for all the people on a project that I participated in, but I moved jobs, so he didn't invite me. I probably just wasn't on his email list anymore. But that hurt. But I didn't deserve it. Or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, we used to go to Hooters until they opened a Twin Peaks across the road. And there was a Latina girl that worked there at Hooters. I met her once, and out of all the times we went there, we went once a month for like 5 years. Out of all the times we went there, I only obsessed about one person, and it was her. And I saw her twice. First time was at Hooters. I internet stalked her, which is something I've been doing since before Facebook was invented. And I sent her a Facebook message. She did not respond. And then I saw her again. She moved across the highway to the Twin Peaks that we changed our happy hour to. And the second time I saw her, she was pregnant. And that's one of the things that I won't get. Or haven't gotten. It was a beautiful girl that wanted to be with me and have a baby or whatever, you know. Anyway, there was a Latina girl there. And in my crazy brain that thinks people can change bodies and shapeshift and whatnot, that could have been her. And now that I think about it, it could have been the same girl from the other day. But I'm insane, so that's not true. Anyway, did have the best fried mozzarella cheese I've ever had. That was fantastic. And there was 1,000 signs in there. Just the devil giving me more. And when I get to work, there'll just be more after that. But we'll go ahead and share. The hostess and bartender was a dude named Joey. Why is Joey significant to me? Because he's the Friends character that I always wanted, that I liked most. And the fact that I'm saying that and there's a hubcap means it is the devil and they're giving me more. I'm on TV all the time. And I'm a terrible person. I sold my soul and I got paid in porn. I'm doomed forever. Anyway, I always wanted to be him because, women liked him. But I was more like Chandler because I had a job that nobody gave a shit about. That was similar to what he did. And none of the people I knew what I did for a living. I was also lonely and awkward and desperate for love, if you want to quote him. And I just did. Anyway, the hubcaps are significant for... Oh, wait. Let's go back. Dude also looked like Chris Stapleton. Who is that? He's some country singer. He doesn't really sound that country. I mean, he's got a little twang, but I don't think he has a country voice. Anyway, once I went insane, he collaborated with a bunch of famous people and blew up in like a couple of years or whatever. The bartender, Joey, looked like him, only he was blonde. And blonde is a sign of dancing, because there was a dance club in my town or city that was called Blonde, and I didn't like going there because it was loud and it was like a big party, and I didn't like parties because if I don't know the people, I don't know how I can make them laugh, and I don't know how to initiate conversations or whatever. But there was always really attractive girls there, and so I was wildly uncomfortable the whole time. However, I did have a friend who had a friend that tried to teach me how to dance once and help, but it didn't work. But thanks, Dave. Dave helped, and Chris. Chris was the friend. There was also a sign on TV for me to kill myself. Brooks. Brooks is from Shawshank Redemption. That flies into that girl that was the Hooters / Twin Peaks girl, because of her name tied into that movie. I killed her, metaphorically, also tied into that movie. And Brooks killed himself. So that's what I should do. Except I can't, because I'm a coward. Anyway, there's going to be a part 3, because I'm stopping for my addiction. I have a terrible addiction to tobacco, chewing tobacco, and I'm going to go make it whole. Although I have slowed down quite a bit. Haven't taken any to work in a while, and well, now I'm gonna. Alright, Schizollennial out for part 2.